Alright, so today I'm going to be doing this review for a Zerolemon Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra battery case. This is the 10,000 milliamp hour version, so I kind of like to show all the packaging, so I'm going to show this. Right, that's the barcode. I guess this is the model or the part number. If you want to read any of this. So they have all this. You can contact them with this information. I've had some issues with the Note 8. I had a Note 8 battery before, and then they were nice enough. I mean, I ended up cracking my phone screen a little, but they were nice enough to exchange for the newer, better protective model, which is basically how they designed this Note 20 Ultra one. So let me show you what it looks like. First thing I'm going to do is just cut open this. Alright, it is in like a Ziploc bag, so you want to open it like a Ziploc bag. Okay, I guess that's for like moisture, to prevent moisture and sunlight from damaging it. They have this inside, I think it's like Mylar. You can somewhat see through if there's enough light, but yeah. Okay, so this is basically like, yeah. Anyways, then they got safety precautions and stuff here. Most people probably don't care. If you just want to see the case, you can skip until I open everything, but so yeah. Let's see, I don't know if there's anything important. You can pause and read it. But basically, don't heat them, don't deform them, don't take it apart. Don't solder directly to batteries. Don't dispose of batteries in fire. Don't store them under your pillow. Yeah, you don't want to sleep on top of your charging phone. Some people put them under their pillow, which is dangerous because if that catch fire, then your face is gone. Don't mix unpackaged batteries. So don't throw a bunch of bare batteries into a thing because the metal parts can touch and then mess stuff up. You don't want to impact it with a lot of heavy weight. And then the chargers, I don't know what that's for. Okay, it says to use charging cables and stuff from Zerolemon, but I doubt they give you a charging cable. Keep away from metal objects. Don't use if the battery's bulging, obviously, because it can cause issues. Keep batteries out of reach of children. And then it talks about the temperatures, so yeah. Between 20 degrees Celsius, negative 20 Celsius and 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, when charging, you want to charge between 0 degrees Celsius and 45 degrees Celsius. You don't want to use it when it's too hot or too cold. That can damage the battery or cause some issues. Keep your battery dry. So these aren't water resistant, the cases, so just keep that in mind. If you plan to use your phone in water, you'll want to get like a normal case with no batteries or anything inside. Okay, and then it says prevent overcharging. So yeah, if it's fully charged, it says to basically unplug it to prevent overcharging. But usually I plug it overnight, so I don't know. It's really hard to prevent overcharging. Alright, so there's nothing else in the box. They put some bubble wrap in here with some tape on it. Okay, Amazon has free returns. This case looks very similar to the Note 8 one, except for the giant battery bulge. I kind of wish they put some padding inside because I kind of feel like this is not really good for the glass of the phone. But here it basically tells you to write them a review because it helps them out. And it tells you charge it with the original charging cable. Okay. They give a free 12-month extended warranty if you register it, so make sure you register it. They also have giveaways. Okay, it says follow them on social media for giveaways. Okay. If there's any issues, just return it to them. You can read this yourself. Okay. It basically says to use it with the correct device. Don't like put a different device in there, but Alright, so here it tells you to review them on Amazon. It helps them. They ask you to put that code in there. Okay. Instruction manuals. The instructions are pretty straightforward, but I'll show it anyways. Okay. All right. So if you lost your instruction manual or something, then you can come to this video. I'm going to do a quick reading of this because I know nobody else will. Okay, yep, got the cover, tells you the capacity, it tells you the input, the output. So this output's only 10 watts max, so it can't do the super fast charging that the Samsung phone actually does. I don't know if it does pass through fast charging. So it says the input, you can put 9 volt, 1.6 amp max. So what's that? 9 times 6, 5.4, so that's 14.4 watts. So I guess it can charge close to, or it can take close to 15 watts, which I think is what the charger is for Samsung. All right, and then it tells you basically plug it in first, put the plastic cap on, and then it says to put the bottom of the case in first, and then snap it in. Okay, and then you can press the power button on the back of the case to turn it on and start charging. Then it tells you the percentages. That's all obvious stuff. Okay. The one thing I worry about is if it will work okay with my Samsung Pay, which I've used on the Note 8 and it did work. So I don't know with this. Sometimes it did have problems with the Note 8, so we'll see if it's fixed for this case, because this one says it allows for the wireless charging as well as like syncing through the USB-C port. Before, the Note 8 one didn't support any of that. Okay, so I don't know if they're okay. They say to use the Samsung certified charging cable, but that goes with anything. They say that with the phones too. All right, that's good enough. Sorry for the long useless stuff that you guys don't care about. I'll show you a comparison between the Note 8 one. I don't know if people had the Note 8 case before. Oh, I probably should take the top out first, because that's how they put that. That's how they put that in. So you probably have to do the reverse, is take the top out first. So this piece, plastic piece, is already coming out by itself. I hope I'm not breaking it. All right, there we go. So we got the two pieces. There's a giant empty hole here, so it's kind of nice. You can hide stuff in there if you want. So if you got some money, you can like maybe roll it up in there. Let's see how big is. Let's take some like big cash. No, that's too big. So if you wanted to put some money in there, you'd have to like fold it in half and then fold it in like, or fold it in half and then fold it in half again and then fold it in half the other way. So if you wanted, let's try this. Fold in half, fold it in half, and fold it in half. So normally nobody's going to check your phone case. So if you fold it like this, you can fit quite a bit of money in there. So if you want, yeah, you can probably put a bunch of like bills in there if you wanted to. So yeah, keep that in mind. You do have like a little handy storage door. You can keep it as like an emergency. So if you don't have your wallet, you can at least keep some cash or something with you as an emergency. Just make sure you don't lose your phone, or you'll lose your phone and that cash. Yeah, it's better than kind of stuffing it in the back here and making it bulge out. The battery does, or it did come pre-charged. There's 3 dots. I don't know how far along in the dots it is. This sticker, you'll probably want to remove it. Don't leave it on there. Okay. I have my Note 8 recording right now. It's actually basically the same size as the Note 8 one. Maybe a tad bit bigger. Sorry if I'm covering the camera. but it's essentially the same size. It might be a tiny bit taller, but not really. Sorry, I'm like, yeah. The size of it is basically about the same as the Note 8, which I'm surprised because I think the Note 20 Ultra is actually a taller phone than the Note 8. So I'm going to take off my Samsung. This is the Spigen Tough Armor case. So I did a review of this. See, I like how they put this foamy stuff in here. So when there's impact and stuff, it kind of helps it. This one, I kind of get scared because if scratchy stuff gets in here, it's going to like cause some problems. But anyways, I mean, I didn't have any issues with my Note 8, but I didn't really go over it to check if it got any scratches in it. So anyways, I'm wiping down my phone. Kind of don't want dust in it, but anyways, dust is going to get in through these holes. That's one of the annoying things I've had with these cases. I don't know. I wish they kind of put like a little rubber gasket around here or something, so that way when you put your phone in, it kind of seals it and keeps the dust out. But yeah, so just put it like that, push it down. You got the phone connected, okay? Then you want to put this top layer on. You got this taller piece for the top and then the other one for the bottom. So just snap it in like that, okay? This one snaps in a little bit better than the Note 8 one, so even with the plastic it kind of holds a little bit, but to take it out you lift from the bottom piece, I believe, and then you can kind of wiggle it and get it out just like that, okay? So just like that, snap it in place, and then as they were saying, you put the bottom first. So we'll see how this case holds up. I really like this, how it has the stand for the Spigen Tough Armor, because you can put it at an angle like this, or you can have it like a higher angle like this, depending on how you're sitting and looking at your phone. So if your desk is higher, you can put it more flat, and then if your desk is lower, you can put it like this. So this is kind of a nice design. The only thing, the stand doesn't work like this. These cases, they're kind of nice because they're so wide that you can actually balance your phone like this, or like this, or like this, or like this. But the only thing is you can't have it at an angle. So sometimes you kind of want it at an angle like this, so you'll have to maybe like stuff something under there. And then I guess you can do that, but I don't know. Okay, so the case, I don't want to do like drop tests and damage my phone. So I never recommend doing drop tests and stuff with cases on, because even if it doesn't crack the outside, it's kind of the internals aren't designed to have a sudden like shock like that. And the cameras, though they'll look okay, the internal like shutters that open and close, sometimes the sudden shock can actually damage those. So I've had some where the camera will start going crazy. It'll keep trying to focus and moving, but the motor or gears got damaged. And then because of the sudden shock, then your camera will start going all crazy. And I don't think replacing these cameras is going to be very cheap or anything. So they got this little sticker here that says press the power button to turn it on, and then hold the power button for 3 seconds to turn it off. So press for 3 seconds, so you see the lights turned off. Press it once and it turns on. So that's different from the old design. The old design on the Note 8, you actually had to hold it to even turn it on. So if you just keep pressing it, nothing happens. If you press and hold it, it turns off. All right? Right? Press it once to turn it on. So that's kind of nice. The only thing is you might accidentally turn it on just by pushing it. And I kind of like letting my phone drain to about 20% before I turn it on. But if you like keeping your phone charged, I try and keep my phone between 20 and 80% to extend the life of the battery. But yeah, so that's one of the tricks. I'm going to peel off this sticker because usually I don't like leaving stickers and stuff on my things. Okay, so the sticker peels up nicely. It doesn't leave any residue. I don't know if it's just because it's new. Sometimes if these things have been sitting in the warehouse for a while and then you get it shipped to you, it might leave some residue. But anyways, let me go over the ports, because sometimes people like to see how the charge ports and everything, if they're easy to access. Oh, one thing, my Note 8 with the Zerolemon case didn't work with this MacBook charger, so let's see if this one actually works. I think it's not charging. That's gonna be sad because I like using this long cable. Let me see if I grab a Samsung charger and then I plug it in with the cable. Okay. So, oh, that's a problem because the Samsung. Okay, let me get the original charger because the old chargers had this, and the other cables are using a different. Okay, so I got the original Samsung charger that came in the box. This is going to be annoying if I have to get these chargers to charge every time because they're really fat and they don't fit on my charging block very well. So let's unplug this. So that's one thing that's going to annoy me. I might have to live with the other charger if it's the case. All right, so let's see. Or I guess if I have it charged up from overnight, then I don't have to bother with the long cable anymore. So actually it won't be as big of an issue, but let's see. So I'm using right now the MacBook charging cable and Apple, what do you call? And then I'm using a Apple, or the Apple cable, but I'm using the Samsung charger. And as you can see, oops, I don't need to see that. But as you can see, let's clear off this. It's not charging my phone right now. So that's going to be annoying if I have to use the Samsung only cable. Let me pause this real quick. I keep forgetting I can pause. And I'll be back. I'll get the other cable and then we'll try with the actual Samsung cable. Alright, so I came back with two things. So the Apple charger cable, the cable doesn't work. So I came back with this wireless charging pad. Let's see how that goes. Okay, the charging pad light came on. It does show it's charging, so that's good. I don't know if it's... Okay, so it's charging the whole battery pack as well as the phone, so that's good. Normally what I've seen with this is it charges the phone first and then it charges the charging pack. So we'll see if that follows the same thing. I'm going to try the cable directly from that charger to here. Okay, so that works as well, but it's charging at regular speed, so that's going to be annoying. So now I'm going to try with the fast charger that came with the Note 20. Because if that doesn't work, the fast charger with the USB-C to USB-C, if that doesn't work, that's going to be annoying. I mean, I guess if your phone is fully charged and you have a battery always with you, then it's not that big of a deal, but still, like, to lose that fast charging feature, that's going to be kind of annoying. So this cable is pretty short, so let's see. Okay, so it is charging with that cable. So that really sucks. I have to use the short cable that comes with the Note 20. I mean, it does say that to use that, and it does say super fast charging here. So keep that in mind. You will have to use special cables with this thing because you have to use like the specific cables. It doesn't like this cable at all, which sucks because so I'll show you right now. This is using the Apple charging brick. You see nothing's happening, right? Nothing's happening. Not charging, okay? But if I take the phone out, so let's take this out. Okay. I like how this rubber, it grips it in so well. It kind of makes me confident that it will hold itself in place. Oh, I need to turn off my ringtone thing. But it can be a little tricky to get it out. After you do it a few times, you will get used to it. I have to get used to this one because it's a little bit different on the Note 20. Okay. But I would actually remove the bottom first because the top, it ends up pulling the plastic piece off. So over time, I'll keep taking my phone in and out of this case, and then I'll get used to how I have to do this. Okay, but anyways, so if I take this case out, right? So let's take this out of there. Okay, so now if I plug this same cable in, it says fast charging. So it's not super fast charging, it's not slow charging, it's fast charging. But at least it's charging. So let me do another thing here. So I have the original Samsung charger cable here. So I'm going to plug this up there, or I'm going to plug the Apple cable up there. Okay, so let me see here. Somebody's messaging me right now. Okay, so as you saw, it's fast charging right now. If I plug this cable, so I'll take the other end, right? Okay, and plug it into the one that came with the Samsung charger brick. Okay, and now if I check it, super fast charging, right? Okay, but now if I put it in here, all right, and I plug this in, nothing. No charge at all, nothing. So if you want super fast charging, you have to use the Samsung cable, which I guess it's okay if you have it close to you, but if you're using it as a like if you want a longer cable, I don't know if Samsung sells longer cables or if there's longer cables that will work with this, but just know the Apple cable won't work. I don't know if I have a, let me try one of the newer Apple cables. I'll be back. Hold on, I'll pause this. All right, so I got this Mac Air charger. Let me try this. I don't really use Mac devices, but the long cable is kind of nice. So I have a charger that I use to work on computers, and I just bring this cable and use it for my phone. But now it's not going to work, it looks like. So I was actually liking the long cable. So with the Mac Air one, still no charging. Let me try plugging the Mac Air cable to see if there's a difference with the cable into the Samsung thing. Still nothing. Still nothing. Okay, so keep that in mind if you're buying this charger. It's very picky. It's very picky. So you want to use the Samsung ones. You can probably use a regular USB to USB-C cable. That'll probably be fine, but just know that if you're using like the longer Apple cables, it doesn't work. And if you're buying other USB cables to use with it, make sure that you have a good return policy, because if you try and plug it in and it doesn't work, you're kind of wasting money. So it looks like it works fine if you're using like the fast charger and stuff, or the wireless charging. So if you're using wireless charging, I guess it doesn't matter. Let me try the Apple charging cable with wireless charging, because I don't think the wireless charger is going to tell it that it's a Samsung device, so it should still work. Okay, let me put this piece back on because my phone, I don't want it to move around too much. So if I put this on here, okay, it is charging. So if I want the long cable, I mean, I guess I can use the wireless charger. Oh, so here it shows charging. I don't know if I'm supposed to have it up here on the wireless charger or in the middle. Okay, so you still want your phone in the middle, it looks like. Actually, it's going on and off and on and off. So I guess it doesn't like this charging. So the wireless charger doesn't like this either. So if you want to use the, or is it staying on now? Okay, it's staying on now. So I have to find the right spot to put the phone. It's staying on, but it's doing regular charging speed. It doesn't say wireless charging, of course, because it thinks it's being charged by the cable while it's charging the battery. Okay. So you can do wireless charging with the long Apple cable and the Apple adapter. But yeah, if you're just plugging the wire directly in, it's not going to work. You have to use the Samsung stuff. I don't know if there's third-party ones that will work. I'm sure somebody made some cables that will work. Maybe it doesn't, maybe it detects something with the cable being so long that it doesn't like. So that will be kind of annoying. I don't know if I will return the case or keep it. We'll see. I'll use it for a bit, see how it works with the Samsung Pay and everything, and then I will do an update video. But for now, I can only do slow charging. I guess in the long run, it'll make the internal battery last longer. So that's a good thing because I won't ever fast charge my phone unless I use the super short cable, which I hate because I like to use my phone in my bed. Or I guess I can use the phone in my bed and then before I sleep, just plug it in because then when I wake up, this battery will have enough charge for me that I don't need to plug it in while I'm in bed. But this thing's really heavy. I don't know if you guys ever used your phone while you were like in bed and then you fall asleep and drop it on your face. This thing will really hurt. So I think somebody said it's over a pound with the battery. I didn't weigh it. Let me actually see. I'll get a scale and then I'll weigh it for you guys. I don't know if the scale will work on this foamy thing, but I'll be back. All right, so I got this little scale. I use it for food and stuff, so it's all dirty. I don't know how accurate it will be on this. I'm gonna test it on a solid surface and then I'll check it on the foam as well just to make sure that it's accurate. But okay, let me check this first. So right now it's in pounds. So it weighs 1.041 pounds on that foam. I'm trying a solid surface. Yeah, it shows the same weight. So the foam pad is okay. If you're wondering in ounces, 16.61 ounces. Milliliters, I don't know how it measures milliliters. That's not this is a volume, not a weight. So I don't know, 471. And in grams. Wait, what? So grams and liters are the same? How does that work? 471 grams. Okay. So there you go. It's a slightly over a pound. And you have to use Samsung chargers as far as I've seen. I didn't try any other chargers like plugging it into like random aftermarket chargers. I don't have one on hand other than the Apple one I tried. I will try another one later and I'll let you know. It does say that you can do DeX and data transfer and everything through this. I'll have to check if it works. Actually, let me check with a computer real quick if it charges this and I'll be back. All right, so I'm back. I tested it with a PC. It works fine with a PC. I use this USB to USB-C cable. This came with the Samsung device. I tried an aftermarket cable. That worked okay, but it did need to be plugged into, or it was plugged into a Samsung USB charger, like AC to USB. So now what I want to try is on a Mac because it has like USB-C to USB-C. So I'm going to try this. If this doesn't work, that'll be stupid. So I'm using the USB-C cable. Okay, so it works okay with this. Oops. And it does say fast charging, so that's good. So you can actually fast charge from a Mac USB-C port. So hopefully this video is helping people. And then a few more things I'd like to mention. I'll probably make a short video of this in case you get bored. But yeah, in case you don't care about all this other stuff. Oh, let me shut this down. Okay. That's good. All right, so hold on, I'll be back. I'll pause it. Okay, so now for anyone interested in the other stuff. So the USB-C port does have about this much space around it. So if you have one of those giant plugs, some people have ones that take too much space. Like the USB-C to USB-A, like charger, the port that lets you plug regular USB ports in here, it won't fit this unless you have the smaller one with the little extender piece. The S Pen is still pretty easy to get to, at least for me it is. I don't know if it's because I have like slightly long nails, but yeah, even if I don't have nails, it's easy to get to. Then you got the speaker cutouts and stuff. I don't know if I can, let me test some music and see if it changes it at all. Let's go to YouTube and let's go to unlicensed music. I don't know how to do it. Non-licensed music. Oh, royalty-free music. I forgot that's what it is. Okay, but this is non-copyrighted, so let's see. It's still okay. Ouch. Okay. So it seems okay. All right. So we got all of that. All right. What else should I show? Okay. You got the buttons. It's kind of nice actually because you can tell where the buttons are with this, because there's the giant like hole here. So you know that if you're on this fat piece, then you're just pressing it's not really a power button, but the screen on off button, or the press and hold Bixby, though you can change in settings to be the power button if you like that. Though I just do it the other way. You can do the on and off by pressing and holding both buttons here, and that acts as the power off. So some people don't know that. But anyways, volume up and down. It's very easy to tell where it is just because of the cutout here. And I also like the cutout because I hold my phone. It makes it easier to hold your phone like this. Or if you have it in your hand, you have like something to kind of grip that with. So that's actually kind of nice, and it's not blocking the cameras. I believe the top one is the ultra wide, because sometimes I hold my phone like this and it blocks the camera. But yeah, so the microphone hole, of course, it's cut out. I mean, you don't need to mention, people don't need that because, or don't need those mentioned because obviously they won't cover your microphone. But yeah, so it looks good. I haven't done like regular phone calls. Usually I use Bluetooth, but I'll have to test those things later. So if I take a phone call without the Bluetooth in, if it will mess up the spacing of the microphone, that it lets in more like sound and stuff. But anyways, the speakers sound good still. The thing is easy to get to. And the case, at least with the Note 8 one, I haven't had any issues even after the initial crack where the cracks kind of just went to the side. I got lucky, it didn't go across the screen, it stayed into the side and the bottom. But yeah, so the drop protection, I felt it was pretty decent, though I haven't really dropped it from too far. The weight of it kind of helps keep it in your hand, so unless you kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, so it has this zero shock. They do make these corners a bit wider or fatter so that when you drop it, it kind of can absorb more impact. So that's pretty good. And then the plastic, I guess it kind of makes the shock like spread through the whole phone instead of like impacting a single spot. So yeah, as far as drop, it's been pretty good, but I wouldn't recommend like dropping this from high up. Maybe like it'll be okay if you just drop it from normal use. But other than that, hopefully this video was useful to you guys. I will make a shorter version, though if you already watched this whole thing, then it probably won't matter to you. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.